Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, we are going to be diving into another in-depth SPF review, and we're going to be talking about the Drunk Elephant Umbra Tint Mineral Cream SPF 30. I've been using this particular SPF for about 2.5 to 3 weeks at this point, and I feel comfortable coming to you and letting you know my thoughts. I do typically share my SPF reviews during the summer months, but I do really want to stress that you should actually be protecting your skin from the sun's rays year-round. It doesn't matter if it's, 85 degrees in the middle of June with the sun just blaring down on you, or whether it is when it's 32 degrees and cloudy in the middle of January. You need to protect your skin from the sun year-round. We do need some sun exposure, but I think you have to be very careful about the amount. And I personally utilize SPF 30 for just my everyday SPF. I do work from home, so I typically don't leave the house a whole lot. So for the incidental exposure that I get, an SPF 30 is fantastic. But if I am outside working in the yard, or if we're at, if we're at the beach, or if we're hanging out at the pool or something like that, I protect my skin with a much higher SPF. So I really want to encourage you that if you have not started protecting your skin, that you do so. The sun's rays can be super, super damaging, and I just think it's really important to protect your skin. As someone who has a family history of melanoma, I have to be really super careful about it, and if you have a history of skin cancer as well, you should think about that. Even if you don't have a history of it, you should think about it. So anyway, you guys, let's get into talking a little bit about this SPF. I am going to show you guys how I apply this to my skin so that you can see the actual application of the product. This retails for $36. It's available at a few different retailers. I will be linking it down below in the description box. Feel free to check out whatever retailer floats your boat the most to read up a little bit more about this product. It's available in 3 different shades. There is a light pink, a golden medium, which is what I have here, and a warm cocoa. So depending on your complexion, you will want to, pick the color that best suits you. I went with the golden medium, even though I am quite pasty and fair, as you can see on my chest here. I went with the golden medium because I was hoping that this would warm up my skin a little bit, but also maybe potentially provide just a little extra coverage for my melasma on my forehead. And I do think that combined with my powder foundation routine, that it provides enough coverage to where you can still kind of see the melasma, but it's not like, the main focus of my face. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read through the claims here, and then I will tell you what my experience has been, and then we'll get into the demo. So this is a smooth, lightweight, 100% mineral sunscreen that delivers powerful SPF 30 protection. It's available in 3 sheer skin-compatible colors. This is supposed to help to address dark spots, fine lines and wrinkles, as well as redness in the skin. This formulation has a 20% zinc oxide mineral sunscreen active, which is going to provide you with both the UVA and UVB protection. It also contains astaxanthin, which is derived from seaweed, and this is supposed to be a powerful antioxidant. There is also tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate, which is a form of vitamin C, which has the potential to improve signs of aging and uneven skin tone. And Drunk Elephant is cruelty-free, and this formulation is also vegan. So if that is something that is important to you, there you go. This is 2 fluid ounces, so it is quite a bit of sunscreen. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about my experience with this. So I've been using it now for just about 3 weeks. I do not find this to be pore clogging at all. That's kind of the first thing that I wanted to say. It applies very easily over top of my skincare routine. They do say that the Umbras are non-pilling, highly blendable, and deliver 100% mineral sunscreen protection that's ideal for daily use. And I will say, I have not had any issues with pilling, but you could potentially experience that depending on what your morning skincare routine is. Sometimes it's, you know, just the different combination of products and ingredients that you're using that can lead to pilling. So, but this formulation is not supposed to pill up on its own. And I do not find that it does. And with the different morning routines that I've, you know, used with this, it has been fine. So no pilling for me. The shade itself, I think, is a fairly good fit. You can see just my complexion is fairly pasty, if you will. I'm pretty fair, you guys. And honestly, I would say on camera, you can definitely tell a little bit that there is a difference between my face and, you know, my neck and my chest. The SPF that I use on my neck and my chest it's not tinted. So I do bring my makeup down just a little bit, but not super far. So on camera, I can definitely tell a little bit, but in real life, it's a little bit harder to tell, you know, that there is a color difference between these two areas here. So I'm fine with it. It works for me. But if you are kind of fair like I am, you might want to try out the light pink. That might be a little bit of a better fit probably. But for me, I think this like golden medium has worked out. I think it warms up my complexion a little bit. So if that's what you're looking for, I mean, it worked for me. So in terms of, has this clogged my pores or caused me to break out? No. Has it settled into fine lines? I do bring this up all the way underneath my eyes where I am starting to get some fine lines. I don't think it settles into my fine lines. I don't think it settles into my pores, and it feels good on my skin. It does not feel heavy. One of the things that I hate is just a heavy mask-like feel on my skin. This is why I don't wear liquid foundation. I find that this particular SPF has been nice and lightweight. I love zinc oxide. It really is the best option for my skin, and so this has worked out great. I'm not averse to chemical sunscreens personally. I just find that zinc oxide works a little bit better in terms of being a better fit for my oily skin. But on the days where, like I said, I'm actively outside, if I'm working in the yard, if we are near water or anything like that, I will definitely bust out a higher SPF that potentially has some chemical sunscreens, and usually works out fine for me. But if that's not what you're interested in, this is mineral. So anyway, I do really like the way that this looks on my skin. I like the way that it wears throughout the day. I like the way it pairs with my makeup and my skincare routine. I have no complaints, you guys. I think it's a great SPF. And if you're in the market, I think it's definitely worth checking out. So let's go ahead and get into the demo so that you can see the application of this. Again, I do not apply this on my neck. There is a different SPF that goes on this area over here. I can assure you, I am protected from head to toe. I'm big on SPF protection. So let's go ahead and get into the demo here, and we'll wrap this video up after that. All right, let's go ahead and apply some SPF. The first thing I'm gonna do though is get my hair out of the way here. So I'm gonna grab a headband. Pop this bad boy on. Perfect. All right, let's apply some SPF. My skincare has been kind of settling into my skin for about, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes now, so my skin doesn't feel tacky or anything like that. I do like to give my skincare just a little bit of extra time to settle in prior to going in with my SPF. So let's go ahead and take this Umbra Tint Mineral Cream, and let me show you how I've been applying it. I do think this color is a pretty decent fit for me, although I think the next time I would probably go with the transparent formulation. So this is the color here. So just gonna I'm gonna get started with that and show you guys how I've been applying this. So I've just kind of been spreading it out. I might need a little bit more than this, but we'll see how far this gets me. Sorry, it's easier for me to feel like look in the mirror when I'm doing this. So you can see that's actually providing just a little bit of coverage for my melasma on my forehead. That's the like dark patch that you see on my forehead. If you've never had it, it's called melasma. Mine is triggered by the sun as well as hormones. So super fun getting old. I did not even deal with melasma when I was pregnant with my daughter. I can take this right underneath my eyes very easily. I take it over the lid space as well. It feels very almost kind of silicone-y when you're first applying it, but it doesn't feel that way after it settles into the skin, if that makes sense. But it does provide some pretty decent coverage. I use a different SPF on like my neck on down. That's already been applied. I don't like these colored SPFs, or like tinted SPFs, I guess I should say, on my neck, because I don't like how sometimes that can rub off on clothing. So I just use a regular untinted SPF from my neck on down. But this is, I think I got plenty on there. Just making sure I have it all the way rubbed in, getting it into the hairline. Now, because I have gray hair, you can kind of tell along the hairline that there is like some kind of maybe like makeup type product or something, but it's not terrible. It doesn't really bother me. So, and there it is. There is the coverage. Let me just get rid of that so you guys can have a clear shot here. So that is the SPF on my skin. So a little bit of coverage over that melasma here, but once I go in with my powder foundation, I'll put what I'm using in terms of powder foundations and setting powders in the description box. But once I put that over top, it almost looks like the melasma doesn't really exist. So anyway, I feel like this provides really decent coverage. I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably just wear this. I do find it just a little bit too glowy to, you know, leave it without putting some sort of powder over top. But if you prefer a glowier look, I think you could definitely just, you know, get through the day with this. Obviously retouching, but yeah, I like the finish a lot. It's just a little too glowy for me. So yeah, I'm going in with my powders after this settles into the skin, and yeah. There you go. That is what the application is like for the Drunk Elephant Umbra Tint Mineral Cream SPF 30. So I gave the SPF about 15 minutes to fully settle into my skin, and then I went in with my current powder foundation routine. I did just film a video about a month and a half ago regarding what my powder foundation routine looks like currently. So I will link that video in the description box. If you are someone who has either very oily skin or combination skin, that video might be worth a watch if you have never thought to try powder foundation. I just think it's a much better fit for me with my oily skin type. I might be 45, but my oil production is still that of a, I don't know, 15-year-old boy. So this is what the SPF looks like underneath my powder foundation. So you can see the powder foundation just, you know, covers up that melasma just a little bit more. I'm not looking to completely necessarily blank it out. I mean, I don't think it looks terrible. I just try to lighten it up a little bit more. But yeah, I think this provides really great protection. And honestly, the golden medium, while I wasn't sure at first, I think is actually a fairly good fit for my very fair skin tone. The SPF that I use on my neck and my chest is not tinted. I will link the one that I'm currently using in the description box down below. And on camera, I can see a little bit of a color difference between my face and my neck, but in person, it's not that drastic at all. I think the ring light kind of emphasizes it a little bit, but I really do like how my powder foundation sits over top this of this specific SPF. I think it's a great fit. In the future, I think I would be interested in trying the light pink to see how that one works with my very fair skin. But if you are looking to warm your skin up just a little bit and you're kind of pasty and fair like me, I think the golden medium is worth a try to see, you know, if that works for you. And obviously, if you have a much deeper complexion, you would probably want to try the darkest shade available. So anyway, overall, I definitely give this 2 thumbs up. I think the overall wear is wonderful with my oily skin. I think it gives me just a little bit of extra coverage. I think the protection has been fantastic for just that everyday incidental exposure, and I've really been enjoying it. So overall, I would say if you're interested in testing this one out and you have a skin type that is similar to mine, I think it's worth a go. You can find this product at a few different retailers. Again, I'll have it linked down below. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have tried this particular SPF and what your experience is. And also let us all know what your favorite SPF is. And also be sure to mention your skin type, because I do think that that makes a really big difference. Anyway, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch today. I really appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.